Thank you so much for watching Riff TV. Now, this interview is obviously with video, but I don't interview everybody on Zoom. That's why I put it on my Talkin Rock with Meltdown podcast. We talk to rock artists from all over the genre. So check out Talkin Rock with Meltdown wherever you get your podcasts. And now to today's video interview. Wolfgang, good to see you, man. How are you?
I'm doing really well, man. Thanks for having me.
For sure. Before getting to the new record, I just got to say this Metallica thing is a mind blower. I saw the first time you took the stage. I think your mom was walking in Europe or something like that. What is it like to walk up on that stage for the first time? I mean, it's got to be a tough stage to work, isn't it?
Yeah. It's I think we've just now finally understood how to move around and even set up on that stage. It's a very unique stage. I've never done anything like it. So it's it's really crazy.
Yeah, you think you've cracked the code. So by the time you get here in Detroit on November 10th, it should be like completely wired in, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah. No, it's really great. I unfortunately am unable to move around the stage as much as I'd like to because I need to stick by my pedal board and my microphone. But luckily, my guitar player and my bass player have can get a couple laps in.
Yeah. Now, I know that you're kind of like a hands-on guy, but isn't there, I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, because I'm not in your situation, but isn't there bands out there, bigger bands, like maybe even the ones you're touring with, that have their guitar techs work their pedals or no?
Yeah, that is a thing. But I don't know. I like to be able to do my stuff.
Yeah, you like to drive the ship. We'll get into more of that coming up here in a few minutes. But how's the experience been playing with Pantera and Metallica?
Oh, it's been wonderful, man. Metallica has been so welcoming and wonderful to us on this tour, and meeting up with the Pantera guys. It's just been all a crazy dream. It's been really wonderful.
Yeah, what's easier, playing opening a Metallica show or playing live television?
The Metallica show.
What was it like
Yeah.
playing the live TV thing in the morning?
That was our first. We had done television, but it was during COVID, so it was like we recorded it and we sent it. This was the first time where it was like, and I didn't sleep. I had not slept from the night before. You show up at 5 a.m. from getting in the lobby of your hotel at 4 a.m, and it's really crazy. I remember playing the first song, which was sort of a ballad song called "Waiting." And while I was playing the first 30 seconds, it's just me and a clean guitar. And I'm like, wow, if I make any mistake right now, it will be the most obvious, glaring thing because I'm just playing a clean guitar. And so yeah, that was, I don't think I've ever been so nervous for anything in my life. And if like going into it, I was like, yeah, I know how to play. I've played my songs. Like it's easy. And then the second they're like, go play, it's something just takes you over, and it's just wow, very difficult.
Yeah, I can imagine. And plus, there's no crowd. There's probably not a lot of energy in that room.
Yeah, there's just Al Roker standing there watching you while you're playing.
I don't want to get the energy thing with Al, but yeah, that'd be a kind of weird. It's like probably like during COVID when some of these bands would play, like I know Metallica, they did that concert thing where they played to like empty rooms. They're not the only ones. So that's got to be a difficult task as it is just there too, right?
Yeah, having a crowd is certainly an important thing to be able to work off of. So it's a challenge, but knowing that it's live and it's like we don't get another go at it if we mess up. Whew, it's a lot of pressure.
Now you said you had a pretty crazy schedule that night, but do you actually do you get to watch the Metallica and Pantera guys play? Or you kind of scoot out?
Yeah, no, we're able to when we get the opportunity. I think between the traveling schedule and today is our first day off on this tour, and we've been traveling like crazy for the last 2 weeks. But more often than not, after I play, I just go to sleep because I'm just exhausted. But luckily, I have seen the shows a handful of times, and it's just so crazy to be able to be like, I'm gonna watch a Metallica show tonight. It's a crazy thing.
Yeah, Metallica is just a machine. I saw them in Pittsburgh last year, and man, it's hard to top that show. And then, of course, you got Pantera, and you're a younger guy. Did you ever get a chance to see the original Pantera or no?
No, I didn't.
So
unfortunately.
there's a lot of people in your shoes who are looking at this like, here's my chance. I mean, obviously Dime and VP aren't here, but those guys seem to be clicking all cylinders as well.
Yeah, I know there's a lot of arguing over that whole situation, and uh, I think regardless of how you feel about it, they sound amazing.
Mm.
And I think that, and at the end of the day, that's all that really matters. I like they're the justice to the material is there, and they're killing it, man. It sounds so great.
Yeah. And speaking of crazy schedules, you got a tour coming up here with Nita Strauss as well near the end of the year. And man, you are playing like almost every day. Do you like that, or you like take time off, or?
Uh, maybe at a certain point, I liked having time off, but I've found that now having time off stresses me out. It makes my brain go crazy. When left alone for a certain amount of time, I go crazy. So I think we've really just been going nonstop since the first album came out 26 months ago. So I'm happy to be doing what we're doing, man. It feels good to be busy.
Yeah,
It's a
it's got,
blessing to be busy.
yeah, for sure. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, 26 months ago, because yeah, the pandemic came. Like, it's just kind of weird to talk to you now because like your career literally started when the pandemic ended, didn't it?
Yeah.
For the most part. I mean, your solo career.
Yeah, no, it was a very crazy time to be building something for sure. A very, very unique situation.
Now you just mentioned how you kind of like to steer the ship. I saw Ghost last night, and you and Tobias are kind of in that same realm where you guys like to have total control. And of course, that's what you did again with the second Mammoth record. Was there any thoughts of you maybe working with the other guys in the album, or is this just your baby and you're going to do it?
No, I mean that's from the inception. This has been my sort of musical creative expression. The guys were hired on to be a live band.
Mhm.
So, would I like to have them on at some point? Sure. I mean, but for right now, I have such a great time uh, being a part of every ounce of the process. I don't know if I'm ready to give that up at all yet.
I got you. Yeah. Yeah. Cause so you can kind of see where Tobias would, you guys kind of both drive in the same lane.
Yeah, no, it's fun. I have a really good time with it.
Yeah. And then this record you said is heavier and darker. So did that come along organically or was it something you had planned going in?
No, it just kind of happened. I think my headspace was in a different place comparatively from the first one. I think that just sort of uh, reflected on the material. I also think I was a bit more comfortable after having the first album come out. I think I was a bit more confident and knew what I wanted to do, rather than being freaked out about it being the very first thing, that it just kind of happened the way it did.
How much of the material on here have you had laying around or was it all brand new?
No, I mean, as new as recent as 2020, I guess. I written some songs then, and then again some songs in 2022. Basically, just a couple random creative spurts, and then it's like, hey, we got enough. Let's go.
And then this record only took you a couple months.
Yeah, it had to. We only had it was basically 2.5 months, which was a lot different from the first album.
Now, I was just listening to you and Jericho talk a couple weeks back, and I love Jericho, by the way. He's a good dude. But
Right.
you guys were talking about you record all this stuff in 5150. I mean, there's got to be a certain magic in the air in there. I mean, there has to be, right?
Yeah, I guess. I mean, to me, it's just it's always been home. So
Right.
there's that comfort factor, knowing that I'm able to be there and to keep filling that place with music. So it almost feels like a duty at a certain point.
Yeah, I guess that's kind of a crazy question because you're right. That is your home, but to the rest of us, it's probably magical.
Sure.
What do you want people to gravitate towards on this new record? I mean, what kind of sticks out to you in your mind?
I mean, the first album or the first song is definitely one of my favorites. I think it really sort of shows what I'm going for, where melody and sort of aggressive heaviness can live together without overriding each other. And I think that's kind of the theme of the whole album, really.
And with the short time that you had to record this record, is it one of those things where you know, it's easy to finish it? Because with the first record, how long did you, I mean, you probably had all the time in the world to finish it, and maybe you went back and you know.
Yeah, I was working over 3 years on everything that we had done with that first album. So with this one, you only have a certain amount of time, and it's like, yeah, it almost helps the process in a certain way.
Yeah, I was going to say, because some bands probably have a hard time putting it to bed.
Yeah, yeah, certainly.
You know? So, well, you're going to be coming through here, like I said, on the 10th of November, the first Metallica show, and I do believe that's the last weekend of shows for the guys from Metallica. But before that, you have a lot of things going on, don't you?
Yeah, spinning a lot of plates.
Yeah, you're getting married.
Mm-hmm.
Man, congratulations, that's awesome.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, I told who did I? Oh, I told this story to Jelly Roll. A Kid Rock's father told me, he says, always take your wife out to dinner each week. Like, go out to dinner, just you and her. And I've been married for 23 years. We go out twice a week. She goes on Tuesday and I go on Thursday. So there you go. There's your tip from me.
Perfect.
Well, good luck to you, my friend. I appreciate the time. Mammoth 2 is out right now, of course, opening for Metallica, Anita Strauss, and you're on tour right now. I mean, you have a lot of things going on, and good luck trying to keep everything straight.
Yeah, man, I'm doing it. Thank you so much for having me.